artists. They're the ones that tell the truth. And it's something that the society has got to protect. It's a dangerous pursuit. And somebody's out to get you. You have to know it before you start, and do it under those circumstances, because it is one of the most important things that human beings do.
That's right.
That's what.
So obviously right now times are insane. I mean, the world is on fire. Millennials, I'm sorry, we're going through it again, as we have our entire lives, essentially. But moments like these are exactly why art is so important. For almost as long as we've existed as humans, have used art as communication pieces. We've used art as forms of expression. We've used art as storytelling to create a little bit of ease in the life that, as hard as it might get sometimes, allow us to dream and imagine and go somewhere else with our imaginations. So art, in a lot of ways, covers a lot of bases and a lot of vital human experiences that allow us to keep on pushing and live in this world and not just exist in it. Art is in a lot of ways, inspiration for what's to come. There's a phrase that if you can dream it, you can achieve it. And contextually, I think that being able to imagine our mind's ability to create these tethered fantasy worlds, whether you believe there's alternate dimensions or ancestral past lives, regardless of how it's actualized, it is allowing us the space to achieve something greater and push for something greater. Our universe rewards delusion. I mean, the more delusional you are about your dreams and your visions for life and the ability to actually create the life you envision is very much a human experience that doesn't exist across any other being on this planet. So for us, the ability to be able to do that and take the chance to use our imaginations to create and live, I think, is such a beautiful gift that embracing art in that way allows us to live a more full life. The more delusional you are, the more your mind will believe it. The more you tell your mind something, the more it will believe that this is actual reality. Or better yet, we can turn fantasy into reality just by thinking it, dreaming it, imagining it. Brains are very, very, very powerful tools, and art holds this place within us, this desire to express that, again, we are the only beings on the planet that are able to do that. The appreciation of beauty breeds hope. I think when times are tough, when the world is ugly, being able to imagine a world that is a little bit more peaceful, a little bit kinder, a little bit more rewarding, all of these things fuel us to continue to push forward. One of my favorite books ever is a book called The Celestine Prophecy. And in that book, they speak on noticing coincidences in your life. And once you're able to notice these coincidences, you're able to see the beauty for what it is, and you're able to vibrate just a little bit higher. Art also helps us understand what is. It's a contextualization of reality that gives us a different perspective on how to look at a situation. For example, prior to the internet, we dreamed of other places in a certain way. Being able to see and visualize what people are going through, how they're using their expression to speak, and better yet, how we all are living a similar existence and craving the same things in life, allow us to process what's actually happening in our lives just a little bit differently. We gain greater appreciation, we gain adoration, we gain admiration. We're able to cherish these days. Shout out to Sade. And through contextualizing the relatability in, I had that exact same experience with my parents or with my government or with my teachers or with the police, being able to envision and tell stories that both captivate, educate, entertain, and help add a more full understanding of what's actually happening in the world. I think all of these things are key factors in why art is so important. And again, at a time like we are in now where we don't know what's coming next, we've experienced just in March, just by March, we've experienced so many different emotional triggers and being pulled in different ways that we don't know what's coming next, but it's on us as artists to create things to inspire, to create things that help contextualize, to create things that shed light on where we have been and where we can actually go, can help us heal from what we have gone through by sharing experiences and, again, being relatable and representing facets of life that we don't often talk about, things that may be taboo, and being able to speak about them in different ways with more depth and more context. I think all of that, again, is back what art is so important. We need art to continue to move forward. I was having a conversation with my brother yesterday about why it is, or how difficult it is in this time to create art and try to sell it, because the world is so heavy. But Mentees reminded me the other day, or last night I guess, that this is also what heals us. We create these things, and some people use art as escapism. Some people use art just to soften the blow a little bit. Some people use art to, again, imagine and inspire. So there's so much importance in art, and at a time like now where we are getting back to an independent style of thinking, rather than seeking giant corporations who will tell us what to say, when to say it, how to say it. We're tired of overly curated content. We're tired of inauthentic experiences. We're tired of wondering whether things are genuine and whether this person is a plant or whether they're real, the conspiracy theories that are all-time high. We are taking back control of our narratives. We are wanting stories that actually are truthful and not falsehoods. We are craving authenticity again. And this is why art is so important. It allows us to become something more. Just a little nugget that I've been sitting on for a little bit. Like I said, I've kind of been struggling with, how do I sell art when it feels like the world is actually burning? But I had to remind myself, and I had to be reminded by people around me, that the reason we do art and the reason we are drawn to creation as humans is our brains allow us to process information in various different ways, and using our imagination to create worlds that are more like what we believe we should be living. Create worlds that are a little bit kinder, that are more inclusive, that share experiences and allow us to process and understand what this human experience actually is. So keep creating art, keep sharing your art, keep promoting your art, and let's keep art alive. Let's band together to prop art up in its proper importance. We need music, we need paintings, we need photography, we need movies. The corporations are trying to destroy the cinematic field in a way that just feels criminal to the human experience, and we have to push back. We as the people have to push back. That's all I got for y'all.
I want to remind us all that art is dangerous.
That's right.
I want to remind you of the history of artists who have been murdered, slaughtered, imprisoned, chopped up, refused entrance. The history of art, whether it's in music or written or what have you, has always been bloody, because dictators and people in office and people who want to control and deceive know exactly the people who will disturb their plans.
That's right.
And those people are artists.